This is unfortunately a common issue for anyone that plays RuneScape, but almost nobody is actually talking about it. It's affected ordinary players and old school's rich and famous. If anyone knows your login username, you may be at risk to suffer the same fate. It's the evening on the 4th of June. A player logs out to go eat, and when he comes back, he attempts to log in. He's greeted with the message, "Too many login attempts." He waits 30 minutes, nothing, same message, and he heads off to bed. Upon waking up and trying again, he's greeted with the exact same message. He tries everything from using the vanilla client, using a different IP, a VPN, and even using mobile on both Wi-Fi and data. Too many login attempts. What's going on here? Has he been hacked? Luckily no, or not yet, but arguably what's happening is worse. Someone who knows his login username has set up a program to try and log into his account with the wrong password 24/7. With just that one small piece of information, their account has been rendered completely useless. So where do we go from here? How does he get his account back? Well, he tries what would make the most sense, but unfortunately could be the worst option: contacting Jagex customer support. I know I can be a bit of a harsh critic on Jagex in a lot of situations, but usually it's all from decisions made years ago.
Hello, my name's Mod Mark, and I'm here to tell you why the evolution of combat is the greatest thing ever to happen.
This is one of the rare situations where the issue is still ongoing. Their customer support is very inconsistent, to say the least.
My review has been deleted twice now. Do not play this game.
Here's a quote from the player I discussed at the beginning of the video. "I contacted Jagex support on Twitter and they told me to report the issue, which I did. But it's basically just letting the tech team know that there's a problem. No follow-up, no contact. I asked them if it was possible to change my login email since it's probably leaked. As some of you with the same issue know, only contact emails can be changed and your login email stays the same. Complete stop." These days, it's not really much of a rare occurrence either. Zezima, arguably the most famous RuneScape player of all time, was locked out of his account for over a year. Now keep in mind Jagex did offer him a solution, but he rejected it. One of these solutions is believed to be changing his login username to an email. Ice Poseidon is another example. When his login name got leaked on stream a few years back, he basically had to quit for a week. Finally, Wooks, a day before me writing this script, is experiencing the same issue. Now, these are very high-profile players, so they're likely to receive support much faster and differently than the average player. I've reached out to some people who are still being login spammed. One of these players was Ostertag. When he went on vacation a few weeks ago, his account started getting login spammed, as well as being slammed with recovery requests. He managed to recover his account back, but as of a few days ago, hackers had recovered his account again, and have continued to login spam. He's reached out to Jagex support a lot over the past few weeks, with absolutely no response. As of today, he finally regained access to his account, only to find out that it had been cleaned of just about everything. This leads us to the worst part of this more or less account DDoSing. It's that a lot of people are using it to make money. In Oster's case, I imagine they were simply trying to buy time. While trying to recover the account, they kept him out of it with spam logins. That way he couldn't transfer any items off of it. Once they had it recovered, I imagine they continued to log and spam the account while waiting for the bank pin to be disabled. An anonymous streamer who accidentally leaked their login details started getting their account disabled with too many logins as well. Soon after, he was messaged over Discord saying that unless they paid the person messaging him 500 mil, this would continue to happen and his account would eventually be taken, likely through the account recovery system. Oddly enough, this isn't the only bug that displays the too many login attempts message. At first, a lot of players believed they were getting login spammed by a bot, but it turned out to be a flaw in Jagex's login system. For some players, their account would just start working after system updates, others reset just about everything RuneScape related on their computer, some got it to work on a new IP, VPN, and so on. That's because their issue is different, but surprisingly extremely similar. It seems to be some sort of bug that temporarily blocks their IP address from logging in. Now, if this is an issue you encounter, Jagex says that repeated attempts will prolong the issue and to wait 20 to 30 minutes, which I imagine is the opposite of what most people do when they run into this issue. Jagex doesn't really know what's causing it, but it seems to affect both Old School and RS3. So back on topic, what are the solutions? How can you keep your account safe, and how can those compromised get theirs back? So first of all, don't give your login name to anyone. By login name, I mean what goes right here. Whatever you use to log in should be completely private. If your in-game display name is the same as your login name, basically don't tell anyone that. Safeguard your login name like how you'd safeguard your password. Now, what do those affected do? Unfortunately, there's no real exact way of going about it. I'd recommend reaching out to Jagex in any way you can. I spoke with someone who's had this happen to their account multiple times and helped others with the same issue over the course of a few months. They showed me a few tweets from JMods about the issue that state that they're now aware of the problem and it's becoming more and more of a problem every day. They don't have a fix for it yet, but the website team is looking into it. So really, the old school JMods have not much to do with it. They can't really fix it, as it's a completely separate team's issue. I guess to tie this all together, it's unfortunate that these flaws exist. The login system was coded originally over 2 decades ago, and although it's gone through lots of improvements like the rest of the game, it's seemingly an absolute beast to make changes to and find bugs. I wanted to make this video as a warning to those of you who may be at risk for this to happen, as well as maybe if someone from the website team sees it, it speeds things up a little bit, or at least makes the issue higher priority. So really, all I can say is be careful with your accounts, everyone.